Hi guys, welcome back to Into a Lot with King Lewis and myself, Denise Rich. We are still on our segments of Out of Order and how that plan that God has laid out for us uh, plays into our relationship success. With that being said, guys, we welcome you to chime in, leave your comments. Maybe we can discuss them on the next segment, but we definitely need you to like, share on your Facebook, your Instagram, your Snapchat, your Twitter, you name it. We're asking you to spread the word, and everybody, you're welcome. Whether we agree to disagree or not, it does not matter. Whether you're blood of my blood, sister from another father, brother from another mother, we are going to unify and get into a lot. With that being said, King Lewis, are you ready? Let's go. Part 2, we're discussing on a biblical level what it means, what are the consequences for our actions in today's world. Go ahead, Lewis. And say that again.
I said we maybe need to do some research. I don't want to just jump out there, but there might be a connection between having a larger gay community and a higher age rate. Because I hear a lot of negativity about Atlanta, and the two things I hear is they have a lot of homosexual activity and a high age rate amongst everyone.
Well, that is the truth. But what I'm saying is, I mean, now I know this for a fact. I don't have to research it because, of course, I've told you I've had, 4 family members with AIDS minimum. Well, we have, because you're my nephew. So, guys, I'm talking to King Lewis, and we're having a real conversation. If you didn't catch it on the first one, this second part, we're just carrying over that conversation that we were having on the first video. This is about sex, how it relates to biblical, and the consequences for what we do. With that being said, Lewis, it is definitely related, because remember I said to you on that first segment that we because of what we do, that's how AIDS got in the heterosexual community. See, it started out where it was a gay disease. Everybody was frantic. Oh my God, gays are dying in record numbers, right? But first of all, because of the sodomy. When you had the disease, I'm gonna explain the disease real quick. When you have the disease and you penetrate somebody anally, it's the anal wall is not like the wall of a vagina. It's very, very thin, extremely thin. So a scratch, any type of opening, when you have AIDS and you penetrate that person and you give them that scratch or any type of opening and the fluids interchange, that's how you get AIDS. See, that's
I heard it was easier to get AIDS through anal sex. That's what I heard.
it is. Well, that's what I'm telling you. See, that's what I say. In the vagina, the wall is not like the anal wall. The anal wall, the tissue is so thin, so you can put a scratch or any type of cut or opening. When you transfer those fluids and that person has AIDS, that's how you contract AIDS. So a man can't get it. See, it wasn't that a man could get it from a woman, because it's hard for a man to contract the AIDS. I mean, now he can get AIDS, but most of the time it's through needles. If you're an IV drug user and you're not gay, is what I'm saying. If you're an IV drug user and you're not gay, you can get it through a needle. If you have had a blood transfusion, and I'm talking about a man. I'm talking about now how it's men typically get AIDS, because it doesn't normally go down through your penis. I don't know if how that mechanism is made up. I hadn't studied the man penis to that extent, but I guess fluid doesn't go. Well, I guess it could go down through there because when you get syphilis from a woman, don't your penis secrete some kind of, they say, green slime or something? I don't know.
I believe so, but like I said, we would have to do and should do more research
before we start to, but right, but we do know that it is easily contracted. Oh, excuse me, through the anal cavity. So
easier.
Right, definitely, because that wall is so thin. It's not made like a vagina, and that's probably why God, He didn't make it like that. That's why we're saying that He didn't make it where men should be penetrating other men.
No.
He, that's not a vagina.
No.
But now this phone that you the phone that you gave your auntie, I know it's brand new and everything, but whoever had that number, people call him and they leave messages, pretty graphic ones. Men talking about, I know you want this black vagina, and excuse me, your rectum is not a vagina.
I didn't eat lunch yet. Well,
you are funny. Oh my God.
Would you like to recap earlier when you were talking about these cases of, I hate to use that word, but the men who dress up like women?
Sure. Yeah. Touch on.
I'm not calling them, were they trans women? I'm not doing that. The men who dress up like women, would you like to recap on that?
Yeah, that would be good.
Those cases.
Yeah, kind of touch up on that. Well, one, and see, I don't want to say it now because I don't have the name in front of me, and you don't want to be disrespectful. But yeah, we can come back to that. But just touch on, without that person's name, right? Touch on what causes a person to, a man, basically, because it's not women out killing transsexuals. It's not women out killing them. It's men. So what causes a man to kill a transsexual?
Well, like I said, when you offend someone, it's hard to dictate how they're going to react. But when you walk in sin and dressing up and pretending to be a woman is a homosexual act, which is a sin, and trying to trick people is a form of witchcraft, because that's what witchcraft is. It's trying to infringe your will on someone else. That's why these spells and etc. How do I make this person or this individual bow to my will? That's witchcraft. So you're performing a form of witchcraft, trickery.
Okay.
And so you're walking in darkness. You're walking in sin. You're walking out of order. You're walking in covenant with Satan and not with the Creator. So if these bad things happen to you, you brought it on yourself. I can't look at you and be like, you're innocent. You're out here tricking straight men into wanting to have a relationship with you on a false pretense. You're not a woman. You're a man. And if you're gonna do that, you need to be, at least keep it 100. You need to be honest with people and let them know that you're not a real woman. And some of these men, hey fellas, if we keep it in a marriage, we won't have to worry about being tricked by these fake women.
Okay. Now, what do you say to the single man? Because I think that's where, you have a lot of men. See, that's what they were saying. Just to touch on the AIDS again, they said when it first came out, when I started hearing about it, I'd say 1981, people were saying, okay, well, it's in the gay community. Gays are dying. They were, Lewis, I'm telling you, they were falling in record numbers, okay? They were passing away in record numbers. Then it started cropping. You didn't hear about it in the heterosexual community, a man and a woman. Then it started cropping up in that, but then that's when they started bringing out, there's so many men on the down low. So he's sleeping with this man, go home and then sleep with his wife, and he's got AIDS from his boyfriend, and now he is ejaculating into his wife, and she's got AIDS. Do you see what I'm saying? And the babies then started getting AIDS, the unborn babies. So definitely there is a correlation between the man on man, and then penetrating to the woman, and then the baby born with it. There's definitely a connection there. I mean, like where you could kind of follow, the tree right down to where it started. Okay, I had a lover. He was blah blah blah. He was a man. Another man had another man. That's how it started. And then that man went home and slept with his wife, and she didn't know he was sleeping with other men. Some women do, and think that they can, I don't know, fix the man. Somebody, said to me last night about fixing someone. I said, let me tell you something. What I've learned is you can't fix anybody. They have to want to change. Whatever their stance is, they must do that themselves. It's just like a drug addict. You must do that yourself. You understand? So, so no, you can't fix anybody. No.
And a lot of women like to do that because it taps into their natural desire to be a mother. But when you meet a grown man, you're supposed to be his helpmate, not his mother. And if he's not doing anything positive or where he needs to be in life to where you're his helpmate, that's not the time to marry him, or that's not the guy for
you. Okay.
That's why a lot of us are like, let me get myself together, let me get me something going, then I can bring a woman in to help me. But if I'm still in a childlike place, that's no place for me to have a wife, because she'll kick into being my mom. That's not what she's supposed to be doing.
Right, exactly. She'll be more mothering you.
And when she's supposed to be helping me build something.
And men get mad though. You're not my mother. Well, then stop acting like a child.
Right.
Stop acting like a child.
So women need to protect themselves by recognizing, if I date or marry this man, will I become his mother or his helpmate? If it's not his helpmate, then that's the wrong guy for you, or he's not ready yet.
Right. Okay.
He's not ready yet. Hey, you're not supposed to be his mama.
That's true. Okay.
And that's what gets women in trouble, because they see a man that they can mother into being a man, and that's not where you're supposed to start at. You're supposed to start at a builder. So.
Well, yeah, that's the truth. That's the truth. I mean, I don't know. So, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Okay. So that transgender that was killed in Texas, I just 21-year-old transgender killed in Texas. Got the image results. This is Dallas transgender community on edge in the midst of violence. But they have a guy apparently that they have arrested for killing one. But yeah, that's her. That's him, the guy that So Dallas police investigating. Oh, it's 3 transgender murders in what? 3 transgender. I'm getting tongue tied. Transgender. In the last 2 months. That's June 1st was just weeks after another one was killed. Isn't that awful?
That is.
My God, and then one just before that. So it's 3 of them.
We're going to see more as this destructive trend continues to grow.
Okay.
This is just a new, and now I can't even really call it new, it's been around, but it's a new popular fad coming back. It's just another lane of sin.
But, okay, when you say popular fad coming back, Louis, I have never, ever in my life seen this many gay and transgender people.
Not in our lifetime.
Right, and I'm 58.
As we read the Bible, they had a whole city.
Right, Sodom and Gomorrah.
Right.
Sodom and Gomorrah.
Yeah, that's a whole city full of sinful behavior. So it's just coming back, and there's going to be more destruction because it's just another lane, like I said, becoming popular again.
And it got to the point where the men wanted the men more than the women.
They didn't want the women at all.
Wow.
That man offered his virgin daughter, and they said, no, we want those angels. But they didn't know they were angels, thought they were men. No, we want the men. They wasn't interested in the women at all. But that's a Lucifer spirit. But the Bible tells us characteristics of Lucifer, what to look for.
Okay.
And when he's talking about the Antichrist, and say he won't have the natural desire for a woman.
Okay, stop right there. With that being said, we're going to pick it up on the next video blog and get into a lot. See you there.